Whoa. The whole thing's moving.
Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. So today we got something kind of different going on. This old building behind me was built on this property way before we ever got here, and the previous owners called it the granary. Not sure why they called it the granary, but that was what they called it. But this is an old building and it's pretty dilapidated. It's really kind of unsafe actually. A lot of termite damage. There are scabs on the scabs in this thing. That's where it's been fixed and repaired and that kind of thing over the years. So we're going to tear it down. We're going to make room for something a little bit nicer. We're going to make room for something big on the farm. So stay tuned for that. But we got a lot of work to do before we get there. But today we're going to tear this thing down. Over the past couple days I've been working, taking parts off of it, getting it ready to push over. And so that's what we're going to do. But before we do that, stick around to the end. We're going to see if we can push this thing over with the tractor. Let's show some footage where we've been kind of taking some boards off and salvaging some of the wood that was in it. There was some good stuff in it, but we've salvaged some of that. We're going to use it in a future project. But let's roll some of the footage where we've been taking some stuff off of it, and then we'll see if this thing will go over with the tractor. Hang around. All right, so just a little orientation. This is the main road that the farm's located on, and then right over here's the house. So what we've got here, it's kind of hard to see even when you pull in the driveway, is we have this building, and it's an old wood frame building, been here for many years. The previous owner said that the family called it the granary. So don't know what all it was used for, but actually it's believe it or not, even with this tin roof and all this trumpet vine growing on it over here, we'll walk to the other side. All this trumpet vine growing on it. It's actually pretty. The building's waterproof. Well, it's watertight. Let's say it's watertight. It doesn't leak. Roof doesn't leak anyway. But it's pretty, I mean, it's pretty rough looking. Back here on the back, last winter, I guess, winter before last, I guess it was, this used to have a little lean-to on it, and we had a pretty good snowstorm, and the snow basically broke the little lean-to off, so we tore it off and have rebuilt it now, and we've got this nice shed on the back. We parked the four-wheeler and the buggy under here and use it for a little bit of storage. We got some ramps and stuff out here now. But part of the building is good. This back wall right back here on the back side is good. The front of the building is, some of it's okay. This side right here where all this vine's been growing is, I mean, it's pretty rotten. I don't think there's much that can be salvaged there. But on the front side over here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's about 6 boards over here on this side. They've been replaced. They're good. Some of these are kind of sketchy. But if you look, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up pretty good. The sheeting is full length, looks like pine, full length boards that the tin is nailed to. And then in here, the floor of the second floor is pretty good. So we're going to salvage all that. This wall over here, not so much. Back wall is pretty good. The boards are in pretty good shape back here. I think primarily because they were under that shed for years and years and were pretty protected from the elements. And then this wall over here, kind of sketchy. Some of it's okay, some of it's not. Framing, not so much. Here's a pretty good, probably 4x4, maybe a 5x5. All this is rough cut stuff. So we're going to save what we can. The rest of it will go in the burn pile. But we're going to work on tearing this thing down. See if we can do it without killing ourselves. Have to clean this trumpet vine out. We're going to start taking the second floor out, taking this front off, opening it up so we can see in there and get the little work done. So hang around with us, we're going to start tearing the building down. Part of the front off the building, and you got some of the flooring off the second floor out. So made a little progress there. We're just going to keep working on getting the flooring out and start taking the walls off. See how it goes.
There you go.
Thank you, doll. So we're back out here at the granary this afternoon, working on tearing some more of it down. We took out part of this side wall just for orientation. Back here's the lean-to shed. This is the side wall. I got half of this side off, but the thing I wanted to show was to check out this joist construction here. There's the floor joist for the second floor, and it was being held between two, I don't know what those are, 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x5s at one point in time. But look, they're barely hanging on. So we've been up there walking around on that. Had a bunch of stuff stored up there. So anyway, big progress on this side. And then inside, we've got the upper floor completely taken out now, except for a couple boards, and I've left them just for stability. And I don't know how stable this thing's gonna be. But you can see that was all floor at one time. So she's drive-in now. So keep working on getting this other side wall, getting the rest of this side wall off over here, getting it out of the way. Okay, before we start here, just a little bit of lay of the land. We have cut the vines for this old trumpet vine thing. Kind of hard to see in the light there, so that don't hold us up. And then over here on the other side, the back we've left intact. We've got all of this side taken out of it. Second floor is off of it. The part of the front is off. Started getting real shaky as we were taking some of this side off, so I'm wondering if it's ready to go now. But have not made any relief cuts. We're going to try it first without. I'm afraid to start cutting on much because I don't know really where the structural integrity of it is at. So we're just going to push it and see if it'll push forward and push it on over. Worried a little bit about all this vine that's on it. I'm afraid that's going to tangle it up, but we've cut that over on the other side down at the ground too, so it should all be loose. But and as you can see, this thing is just punky, boy. There's just nothing to it. It's just, that's a little better. It's just bad, all of it is. So all right, we're going to set up a couple cameras. We're going to do two different views here. See if we can push this thing down. Okay, so we did go back and make a couple of relief cuts because it just was, we were afraid this back was going to kick out. So we've cut this post, that post there, and then the post over there in the far corner. We've cut them, and then I'm not walking in there. There's an X brace right there. We cut through it. I think I'm going to cut this one on the front. The X brace on the front. Because when I cut this one back here, the whole thing did shift. So there's a lot of pressure. I think that's where the pressure is right now. I think it's on that X brace. And I would imagine it's right there in that corner if I was guessing. So let's make another cut and see what happens. So you want me to do another cut?
I think so.
Right, so just
go ahead. I did, but I turned it back on. I'm gonna come over there with you. I'm a little bit surprised it didn't come down.
I was thinking, oh man, I ain't gonna get to push. All right, you ready? I think she'll go now, don't you?
I think it's real close.
I mean, it was moving a minute ago.
What do you think about that now?
Ain't that some stuff? Hey, that vine was holding it.
Sure
Vine
was.
was what was the problem.
Oh, man. That vine was what was good.
Yeah, and look, the vine's still holding it.
The vine is still holding it. Unbelievable.
Well, there it is on the on the ground. Good Lord looks out for drunkards and fools. We got her on the ground. Nobody got hurt, so that's amazing that we were able to do that. But she's down now. Now comes the hard part, cleaning up. And we didn't get Saunders' dogwood tree. Even better.
Didn't kill the dogwood yet.
Yeah, that's what I just said. We didn't get the dogwood.